response to that, and then I'll bring in my other guests. Yes.
Well, not only the BJP, even the RSS has made its stand on the caste census very clear. We don't believe there should be any politics over it. In principle, we are in favor of it, but we are against the Congress chicanery on the issue. We are against the Congress deceptiveness on the issue. You know, when they do a caste census in Chhattisgarh or Karnataka, but don't have the moral courage to make it public, that shows that they have basically fudged data. You know, you need to remember that in the 2011 caste survey, there were 8.19 crore errors, and 1.5 crore out of those errors still remain unaddressed. That is one of the reasons why caste census have been delayed. But in principle, we have never opposed it. I think the Congress should know this.
You are not opposing caste census.
So Tuhin's point essentially is that, you know, it's only for logistical reasons, perhaps administrative reasons,
of course, that can
why
be
caste census is being delayed. And in
so
principle,
there is no in
not
principle opposition. It's a
No,
very
but we
welcome
have-
thing. I want this
the entire
official position
argument
of the BJP
the entire
spokesperson
argument
to go.
Tuhin, that you know, the Congress is opposed to Hindu unity sort of stems from the idea that you are opposing caste census. Anyway, let me also bring in Anish Gawande of the NCP, who's joining us at this point as well. Anish, how do you look at this entire caste conundrum, the issue of identity, which certainly has taken center stage when it comes to Maharashtra? I mean, what we saw in Haryana, many have drawn, you know, very many parallels between Haryana and Maharashtra as well in terms of the caste arithmetic, in terms of the issue of identity. We of course have seen the Maratha quota reservation issue is far from over, but many could also say that the non-Marathas may rally behind the BJP like the non-Jats did in Haryana.
Vedant, firstly, thank you for having me on your show. It's lovely to be here for the first time, and to everyone, a very happy Vijayadashmi. You know, I think the question that was raised by the Congress panelist before me is incredibly important. That is the call for Hindu unity one of inclusion or exclusion. In Maharashtra, you are seeing the sort of BJP on the back foot because it is unable to provide justice to various communities that come under the Hindu fold. For months now, Dhangar communities have been protesting across the state. You in fact had one of their own government ministers, Narhari Zirwal, jump from the assembly in a stunt into a net to sort of protest against the lack of Dhangar reservation. And this Dhangar community is the same one that Ahilyabai Holkar belongs to, who Mohan Bhagwat ji referred to several times in his speech today, and whose 300th birth anniversary it is today. So when this call for Hindu unity arises, is it only a smokescreen? Is Hindu-Muslim sort of is the Hindu-Muslim debate only remembered when the BJP has no other issues to talk about? Is this sort of call for Hindu unity one that washes over their track record on inflation, corruption, and unemployment? These are the difficult questions to ask today. And when you ask about non-Maratha consolidation, let me remind you that the opposition has been consistent that there are 5 communities that need justice in Maharashtra today: Dhangar, Muslim, Maratha, Lingayat, and Bhatkya NDTV. So we have consistently been raising this question of unity, of justice for various communities, but there's only been a smokescreen offered in response.
I think there needs to be
a real answer.
Yes. Tuhin Sinha, come in on this point because these are fair points. If you look at what happened in the Lok Sabha polls as well, the Prime Minister made that rather distasteful Mangal Sutra remark multiple times over in the Hindi heartland, and it clearly backfired. Many would say that, you know, the people of, the states that have been extremely critical to the BJP, whether it's Uttar Pradesh or Maharashtra, have rejected this idea of a sort of Hindu unity, and Hindu unity for what really? I mean, if the BJP pitching itself
the Prime Minister
as a sort of a party of the Hindus against, perhaps so-called secular forces, this idea has been rejected by the electorate, many would say.
First, just to correct you, the Prime Minister made the reference only once, and that too when on umpteen occasions Rahul Gandhi would call for an X-ray of wealth. So
that remark was made twice at least, I remember.
Just to ask him for, that was used as an analogy basically to make Rahul Gandhi explain what he really meant by a wealth X-ray. But anyway, there are other speakers also. I'll just make a brief point. We only have a problem with the caste obsessiveness of Rahul Gandhi, where he does not even spare the Agniveer scheme, and he makes absurd remarks like, the officers would be made, people from higher caste would be made officers, and those from the lower caste would be made Agniveers, and he was reprimanded by the election commission because these were made right in the middle of elections. We have a problem with him, desperately trying to divide Miss India contestants with his caste obsessiveness. And if we go ahead with such a logic, tomorrow you will be expected to, find out the caste of your friend, a potential friend, before accepting him as your friend. And this is what divides the Hindu society. We have a problem with this madness, this obsessiveness. But I repeat, we have never opposed a caste survey for healthy reasons.
I think I'll get the Congress spokesperson to respond to that. But Sanjay Gupta is also with us, leader of the Shiv Sena UBT. Sanjay ji, एक बात बताइए. कई लोग ये भी कहेंगे कि महाराष्ट्र हो चाहे हिंदी हार्टलैंड की कोई भी पार्टी हो, एक सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व कार्ड तो सब खेलते हैं. आपकी पार्टी में भी बहुत लोगों का, आपके critics, the naysayers would say that you have also time and again played the soft Hindutva card. In fact, your party, many would say, was a much more hardliner Hindutva party, in the years of its inception and the years that followed, even more so than the BJP.
देखिए, हमारे हिंदुत्व पर सवाल उठाने वाले तो बीजेपी के लोग हैं जिनके साथ अब हमारा गठबंधन नहीं रहा. लेकिन अगर हम मुद्दों की बात, तो क्या हमने राम मंदिर के मुद्दे को छोड़ा? क्या हमने धारा 370 के मुद्दे को छोड़ा? क्या हमने किसी और कांग्रेस के साथ गठबंधन होने के बावजूद भी क्या हमने वीर सावरकर जी के खिलाफ बोलना शुरू किया? हमने उनका समर्थन ही किया है. और ये बटेंगे तो कटेंगे. और जिस तरह से अभी मोहन भागवत जी ने जो चिंता व्यक्त की है, वो बिल्कुल सही चिंता व्यक्त किया, और योगी जी ने भी बिल्कुल सही चिंता व्यक्त किया. बीजेपी को ये देखने की जरूरत है कि किस तरह से अब वो अपने संगठन को ठीक रखें. क्योंकि जिस तरह से बीजेपी अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जी ने कहा कि अब हमें आरएसएस की जरूरत नहीं है, जिस तरह से बीजेपी में आज योगी जी को साइडलाइन करने की कोशिश की जाती है, तो ये बटना और कटना तो इनको अपनी पार्टी को ठीक करना है. और ये देश तो लोकतांत्रिक है और हिंदू राष्ट्र ही है, क्योंकि इस देश के अंदर लोकतांत्रिक प्रक्रिया है और हिंदू बहुल है हमारे देश के अंदर. और हिंदू ये डिसाइड करते हैं कि किस पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की सरकार रहेगी. तो मौखिक रूप से उस चीज को कहना और ना कहना, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. हमारा देश हिंदू राष्ट्र ही है, और बटने और कटने की चिंता बीजेपी अपनी पार्टी में करे. और हमारे हिंदुत्व पर, अगर हमें हिंदुत्व पर रहना है तो हम हिंदुत्व पे हैं. अगर हम हिंदुत्व पे नहीं रहेंगे तो हम बोल देंगे.
It's factually incorrect to say that we are a Hindu Rashtra. But Anish, I see you are smiling. Would you like to respond to what your ally is saying here?
No, I think the Shiv Sena spokesperson here is very intelligent, because he's countering the BJP using the language they understand. See, Vedant, today the BJP is confused.
No, but isn't that the charge, Anish, against you guys as well? That, you play the soft Hindutva card when you fall. Okay, yes, go ahead. Yeah.
No, because I think the reality is, you saw the Prime Minister had to resort to that Mangal Sutra comment when they did not know how to counter the groundswell of public sort of opinion against them in Maharashtra. Today, the same thing is happening once again. Nitesh Rane is making statements left, right and center in the state. There are BJP sort of members creating this sort of Hindu-Muslim divide. They don't know what else to turn to. And so the only way to answer them is by saying, "Ha, Baba, chalo, karo tum Hindu." Today is Vijayadashmi. There have been like 4 Dashera rallies today. I'm sure all of you have covered them. What is the narrative of Hindu Khatre mein hai? What is this narrative of cultural Marxist, wokist? These are statements that are being thrown around that people are laughing at. And like the Shiv Sena spokesperson, I think we've also started laughing at them, because you can't take them seriously. Because the voters have rejected them, and now the people of India will reject them as well, because it's simply absurd to call for these grand notions of Hindu unity when there's no threat to Hindu unity anywhere. This is an imagined threat for an imagined problem, when there are hundreds of real challenges facing this country, facing Maharashtra, that the people of the state have voted for in the Lok Sabha elections and will vote for in the Vidhan Sabha elections.
Tuheen, a quick response to that, and then I get in the...
No, the opposition is laughing after the Haryana defeat. Good luck to them. They don't have a pulse of the people, and that's why they lost Haryana, a state which they were supposed to win. But anyway, I think it is the Congress party which should explain the Uddhav Sena's remark that India is a Hindu Rashtra.
Yes.
The Congress party is fine with it. Why should it go about, with its balkanization attempts?
Anupam, would you like
So
to come in
I'll
on that?
actually make
It's
an
rather
interesting-
startling, though, that you had an Uddhav Sena person say that we are a Hindu Rashtra, and the BJP should sort of look at it, putting
The
its own
NCP
house
is flexible, it is fine with anything. So, but I think the Congress should explain.
its own house in
In
order
fact,
before
I'll
it.
make
Yes.
an interesting observation, Vedant. In 2014, when Mr. Modi came to power, riding on various economic promises, 2 crore jobs, black money, economy, clean Ganga, etc., etc. अच्छे दिन उस वक्त ना it wasn't the narrative that Hindu खतरे में है in 2014. In fact, the interesting and ironic part is the more you vote BJP, the more खतरा Hindu comes in. Hindu खतरे में और ज़्यादा हो. And now when we are in 2024 and BJP has been in power in this at the center for the last 10 years, so the narrative of Hindu खतरे में है has become
I take your
larger.
point. I take your point
So,
that there are larger issues of inflation,
तो जितना
unemployment
BJP को वोट दो,
that
उतना
we need
ज़्यादा
to
हिंदू
look at.
खतरे में आ
But very
जाता है.
quickly, before I bring in Praful ji, very quickly, would you agree at the outset with what the Uddhav Sena person said?
Of course not. Of course not. We have an ideological position about the country. It is factually incorrect that India is a Hindu Rashtra. It is a secular country, and Shiv Sena has had a position on this issue, and there is no issue about it.
Okay. Before I, Sanjay ji, before you respond to that, Praful, quickly, I'm interested in understanding from an expert point of view. Do you see this Hindu unity pitch paying some sort of political dividends in Maharashtra? Because many have sort of drawn these parallels between what happened in Haryana and what could potentially happen in Maharashtra. But the caste politics in Maharashtra is much more intricate and complicated than Haryana. But, at the outset, what do you see? Do you see this sort of Hindu unity pitch first by the Prime Minister in his sort of inaugural poll speech in Maharashtra talking about Hindu unity, then the RSS chief echoing that sentiment on the Shera? Do you see this paying political dividends?
Vedant, I think besides politicians, the media people are equally responsible for creating caste features. You never bothered, Anish, to ask, you are mentioning four caste communities, why are you mentioning Muslim or religious community? Are you talking about Sayyid Muslims or Pasmanda Muslims? So we are equally responsible, and that's why you are making this mistake of limiting Sarsanghchalak Mohan Bhagwat's speech to Maharashtra polls. I would like to see it in larger context. One organization that started in 1925 is entering into its 100th year. And every year, Sarsanghchalak customarily takes a stock of the global situation, the national situation, and what should we do as a society. So if you are seeing it just as a Hindu society in political terms, you are making a big mistake, because there is a larger message for everybody. Every community, every political party. He never even mentioned in this. He started by saying the individual and national character. Then he talked about the global mission. I'm really surprised. Person like Anish Gawande is laughing at the issues of cultural Marxism and wokeism. But these are the real issues that are being talked even in the West. And what he was basically talking, what is the point, have you ever discussed why Mr. Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, going to South India and talking against the North Indians? He's fighting in both the sides. So linguistic, caste-based, isn't it a fact that in last, just a month and a half back, there have been 29 attacks on Ganesh festival procession. Isn't it a fact that in Bangladesh, Hindus have been attacked consistently since 1947, and the numbers have dwindled from 30% to around 7-8%. So he just spoke about the fact. So it is not about what he said that we should be careful. There will be politics. There will be political interest. But beyond that, we should learn to celebrate festivals together. We should go beyond. And he didn't even mention what he said, virtuous strength. Yes. Virtuous strength of an organized society is a guarantee for peace and development. What is wrong in this? What is wrong in this?
You are reading it largely as perhaps an apolitical speech.
Problem? No, not just apolitical. Limiting RSS point of view to politics itself is problematic for me. simply because, as once, it was asked to Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, why don't you send your, give pracharak to other political parties? And he said,
so that's an interesting point of view as well. But Anish, come in on this, because I think the point Prafulji made about social engineering, aren't all parties equally guilty, in sort of relying heavily on this sort of social engineering? I mean, what happened with Baba Siddiqui, of course, we saw he joined Ajit Pawar's NCP. And of course, whether it's ticket distribution, whether it's setting the larger poll narrative, all parties are equally guilty of looking at Hindus, say, as a coalition of castes and Muslim as sort of a religious entity. That is sort of a fundamental mistake, as Prafulji pointed out.
At the very outset, I'd like to say that I take your point, Prafulji, and you're a very senior journalist, and so I take what you say with great sort of consideration. What you've pointed out, Vedant, is the reality of society as it stands today, right? I think in the sort of RSS chief statement, there was a veiled critique of the government of the day as well, that if you have to see the Vijayadashmi speech as just a sort of cultural one and not a political one, you have to ignore the ground realities that we have just come out of a Lok Sabha election and are heading into a Vidhan Sabha election. So most certainly this was a political speech and has political ramifications. On the question of why these are sort of subcategorizations that get seen with a Hindu identity and don't get seen with a Muslim identity, there's a history to this. There's a sort of series of commissions that have sat on this to argue for the social and economic backwardness of Muslims, that have presented reports to the effect that have been taken into consideration while deciding on things like Muslim reservation. The BJP's own alliance partner, Chandrababu Naidu, has this in his state. So they have such a large problem with our party doing this in Maharashtra, they should ask questions of their own alliance partners. These are longer historical trends. To trivialize them and say, oh, you're doing caste here, but you're not doing religion there, and you're doing Muslim here, but you're doing XYZ here. These are not things that have come up in the last 5 years. These are long-standing demands that have been carefully considered, that have gone through processes of judicial and administrative review, and have come up before a government by citizens. Supriya Dai has always been saying that you need to have a comprehensive overview of all reservations that exist and various demands pending by communities across the country. The reality is that governments have failed to do this.
Prafulji, last 20 seconds to you. I'm afraid I'm completely running out of time. Go ahead.
Yeah, Anish, unfortunately, the same comprehensive review argument was made by Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, and it was interviewed to me. And you completely played it around that RSS wants to take it back. That is, again, the politics apart. You are making a factually wrong statement that there is, again, the reservation to Muslims is for Muslim OBC.
Okay.
It is not a community-based. All religious reservations constitutionally didn't stand in the argument, and therefore the caste-based reservation has been created. So don't make these such arguments. But the point is, Mr. Sharad
there are various ways of looking at it, so I wouldn't say it's a factually wrong statement there, but thanks very much, gentlemen. We'll have to wrap it up there, given the fact that this is, of course, something it's a complex debate. Of course, caste and identity, they have taken center stage, and they have been at the center stage as far as our election discourse is concerned for years now. That is, unfortunately, the travesty of Indian elections, but it is certainly going to be interesting to see how this plays out in Maharashtra, whether there's going to be a repeat of what happened in Haryana and Maharashtra. Many would point out there are many differences, but the poll bugle has been sounded in Maharashtra, and it's going to be an interesting few weeks ahead. That's all the time that we have on Left, Right and Centre this evening. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries, shaping the world's future. NDTV World Summit, October 21st and 22nd on the NDTV network.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced to leave their homes, not knowing what lies ahead for their future in Lebanon.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them manly men. All I want is a touch of love.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
And impact your life.
news that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
To the seat of power, Delhi.
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital, Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always bustling. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NDTV's flagship series, India Through the Eyes of Its Icons. And today's icon is also a legend, a self-made legend who actually had no godfather and never actually needed one once he found his own steps. Mithun Chakravarti, welcome to NDTV. Thank you very much for sparing time.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Let me begin by asking you, how do legends like you define success? आपके लिए success का मतलब क्या है?
I think any success that matter, any history that matter, without pain, there is no history. Without pain, there is no success. To me, I've gone through hell. So today, after getting this award, I think that God has summed up. He said, lot of pain I've given you, with interest I'm giving you back.
तो ये तो सर इस अवार्ड की बात हुई. I mean, this is just one. Actually, आपके जैसे लेजेंडरी एक्टर, लेजेंडरी आदमी के करियर में ये एक और इसे एक तरह से मेडल मान लेते हैं. बड़ा अवार्ड है, लेकिन सबसे बड़ा अवार्ड तो लोगों ने आपको दिया. आपने जहाँ से स्ट्रगल करी, जैसा आपने कहा यू हैव गॉन थ्रू हेल, जहाँ से स्ट्रगल करी और जिस मुकाम पे आप पहुँचे, बहुत ही चुनिंदा लोग होते हैं जीवन में जो इतना लंबा रास्ता तय करते हैं.
Yes, sir, that's true. Almost 50 years now, more than 350 films. मेरी first film में I got national award.
Yes, you are still a record holder on that count. Debut movie, national film award.
Yes. So,
debut movie.
Yes. So, but that didn't give me any help because that time national award means film line में कुछ बड़ी बात नहीं थी. ठीक है, मिल गया. But I thought I got Oscar. You know, and for that, my attitude changed, my everything changed. You know, I used to think that I'm Al Pacino, and I used to sit like this, talk like this. प्रोड्यूसर सोचता था ये है कौन, याद मारो लात इसको निकालो, तो सब निकाल दिया. फिर I realized कि I'm making a mistake. It's not that. So then the struggle begins again to get some foothold in the commercial cinemas. Then by chance, destiny, Mr. Chinnappa Devar came and he offered me a film, female-based, Rameshwari Talluri as the heroine, Mera Rakshak, where the goat was actually hero. Used to make film on animals, you know. वो कुछ पिक्चर 10 वीक चली तो थोड़ा सा अरे 10 वीक चली हीरो को, लेकिन उससे तो कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं हुआ ना. उससे जो लोगों को जो डर था ये ऐसे रंग का एक आदमी हीरो बनेगा, ये तो कुछ नामुमकिन सी बात है. तो पता ये रंग लेके क्या करोगे तुम, कुछ नहीं होगा. तो मैं भगवान से पूछता था कि भगवान कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि मेरा रंग चेंज हो जाए, तू मेरा रंग चेंज कर दे. लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं. उसके बाद रवि नगाई साहब आए और मुझे गनमास्टर G9 बॉन्ड फिल्म के लिए मुझे साइन किया. उस समय कुछ थोड़ा एक्शन दिखाया, डांस तो था ही, और वो पिक्चर हिट हो गई और मैं स्टार बन गया. लेकिन स्टार ऑफ वेरी सी ग्रेड स्टार. फिर उसके बाद उसी के सिक्वल बनी, वो भी चली. लेकिन देयर इज़ नो ब्रेक थ्रू ऑफ दो सी ग्रेड टू बी ग्रेड टू ए ग्रेड.
तो वो कैसे आया ब्रेक थ्रू?
देन केम डिस्को डांसर.
Oh, then came Disco Dancer, the mega blockbuster.
So that becomes a worldwide hit. So then I became a dancing star of India. Dancing star.
पूरे हिंदुस्तान को डांस सिखाया.
हाँ, बस वही जो डिस्को डांसिंग, उसमें भी लोग मजाक करते थे. वो भी जब पिक्चर दी क्या डांसिंग है, उंगली कर रहा है ऊपर, किसको उंगली कर रहा है, इन ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ बैड थिंग्स. एंड फर्स्ट वीक में तो पिक्चर ने बोल दिया फ्लॉप, पर सेकेंड वीक से जो पिक्चर पकड़ी तो फिर 1 साल तक चली थी हैदराबाद में नॉन स्टॉप.
You have inspired generations of actors, dancers and filmmakers across regional cinema as well. Odia, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu. इतने सारे लोगों को आपने इंस्पायर किया है. आपको इस बात का एहसास कब हुआ कि आप इतने लोगों को इंस्पायर करते जा रहे थे अपने 50 साल के लंबे सफ़र में?
और एक बात ये भी कि एक आदमी जिसका कोई गॉडफादर नहीं है, जिसने अपने टैलेंट के दम पे तमाम दरवाजे खोले, किसी बड़े बाप की औलाद नहीं था वो आदमी, उसकी सक्सेस से तो तमाम लोगों को जो इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है वो नेक्स्ट लेवल है.
सर वो तो है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ रुकावट तो बहुत थी, क्योंकि ये लड़का जिस रफ्तार से आगे जा रहा था, बहुत तो रुकावट तो आएगी. तो रुकावट ऐसे आई कि हीरोइन को बोल दिया जाता था कि इसके साथ काम मत करो, तो करते भी नहीं थे. फिर किसी भी तरह कैसे भी कोई भी फिल्म मिल जाए, मैं बोला नहीं करना कि मेरे दिल में को ऐसे हारूंगा तो लड़ के हारूंगा, ऐसे नहीं हारूंगा मैं. तो वो एक बात तो थी. तो दोपहर वही जो काले रंग वाली बात है ना, वही बात मुझे बहुत दिमाग बहुत रोता था, बहुत ये सचमुच के बहुत रोता था कि भगवान ये कैसे तोड़ूँ मैं, कैसे हो सकता है. फिर एक दिन दिमाग में आया मैं तो डांस कर सकता हूँ, है ना. मैं डिस्को डांसर के पहले की बात कर रहा हूँ ये जो. तो मैंने कहा कि ऐसा मैं डांस करूँगा, पैरों से डांस करूँगा, हाथ से नहीं, पैरों से डांस करूँगा. लोग मेरी कलर को ना देखें, मेरे पैरों को देखें. और इसीलिए मेरे सारे डांस देखे कि मेरे पैरों के ऊपर ज़्यादा जोर दिया है. और वही हुआ, लोग मेरे पैर को देखने लगे, मेरे रंग को भूल गया और मैं हो गया सेक्सी डस्की बंगाली बाबू.
तो वो आपने जो है ये डिसाइड कर लिया कि डांस देखेगी दुनिया, रंग नहीं देखेगी.
यस.
ये बताइए मुझे कि जो हीरोइनों की बात आपने अभी करी कि कोई काम करने के लिए उनको मना कर देते थे, किस हीरोइन ने तोड़ा ये?
नहीं, ये एक्चुअली जिना तमान जी ने मेरे को सबसे ज़्यादा मदद की, क्योंकि 20 साहब एक पिक्चर बना रहे थे. उन्होंने तय कर लिया भाई मैं मिठू नहीं मेरा हीरो है. तो वो गए जिनात जी के पास, जिनात जी को बोला जिनात देखो एक लड़का है, आई थिंक ही इज़ वेरी गुड एक्सट्रीमली. तो जिनात जी ने देखे बोला अरे ये तो इज़ अ वेरी हैंडसम लुकिंग बॉय एंड अच्छा काम करता है, डांस करता है, आई विल वर्क. वो जो उन्होंने तोड़ा उसके बाद से सब बड़ी हीरोइनें साइन करने लग गए।
फिर आप मेन स्ट्रीम हो गए।
हाँ, तो इसलिए आई हैव बीन एवर ग्रेटफुल टू जीनत जी फॉर एवर।
तो एक फिल्म करिए जीनत अमान जी के साथ में अब।
हाँ, बहुत सारी।
अब करिए।
अब नहीं।
अब करिए।
हाँ,
थिंक अबाउट।
हाँ, आएगा तो क्यों नहीं, ज़रूर करेंगे।
So why don't you tell Zeenat Aman through NDTV that?
ओह हाँ, वो खुद बहुत शाई है, बहुत कम बात करती हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि जीनत जी ऐसे फिल्म में, पर वैसे बहुत कम बात करती हैं। कोई शो में मेरे साथ होते हैं तो जीनत जी बहुत कम बात करती हैं।
और उसके बाद आपने पॉलिटिकल अपनी जर्नी भी शुरू की, जो साथ साथ चलती रही। हिंदुस्तान की जर्नी, आपकी करियर की जर्नी साथ साथ चलती रही। कोई ऐसा लम्हा या कोई ऐसा मौका आपको लगता है जो दोनों जर्नी मिलती है, कि मतलब जब हिंदुस्तान का एक डायरेक्शन बदल रहा था, आपका भी रवाना, मतलब आपकी भी डायरेक्शन
और आपका रोल भी था उसके अंदर।
देखिए, पॉलिटिकल, अब जो जैसे बात की आपने राजनीति की, राजनीति मेरे ज्वाइन करने का एक ही मकसद है हर बार, कि मैं अपने बंगाल के गरीब लोगों के लिए कुछ करूं, मेरे पड़ोस के जो राज्य हैं उसमें करूं, सब जगह जहां गरीब लोग कुछ है ना, उनके लिए मैं कुछ करूं। और राजनीति वो एक जगह है जहां पावर मिलता है, जिससे आप जल्दी जल्दी काम कर सकोगे। ऐसे तो मैं खुद बहुत कुछ किया, मैं खाली बोलता नहीं हूँ, मैं पब्लिसिटी नहीं करता, लेकिन अगर रिकॉर्ड देखेंगे तो आप खुद हैरान हो जाएंगे कि इतना सब कुछ किया इस आदमी ने। लेकिन मैं बोलता नहीं हूँ, पब्लिसिटी नहीं करता, कि दाएं हाथ को मालूम होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए बाएं हाथ ने क्या किया या बाएं ने किया दाएं, उसमें मैं बिलीव करता था। तो इसीलिए राजनीति ज्वाइन करने का सिर्फ एक मकसद है, और कोई मकसद नहीं। ना मुझे कोई मंत्री बनना है, ना कुछ ये करना है, ना ये प्रधान बनना है, कुछ नहीं, नथिंग एक्सेप्ट दिस।
तो मिठुन दा, मैं आपसे एक ये, आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क यू दिस, आपने, आपकी जो उम्र है और इस देश की जो आज़ादी की उम्र है ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है। चूँकि हमारी सीरीज़ जो है वो ये है कि इंडिया थ्रू द आइज़ ऑफ इट्स आइकॉन्स, क्या बदलते देखा आपने इस देश में अपनी जवानी में, जब आप स्टार नहीं थे, फिर आप स्टार बने, उसके बाद के दशकों में? हाउ डू यू सी इंडियाज़ ट्रेजेक्ट्री, इंडियाज़ ग्रोथ विद योर ओन आइज़?
आई थिंक इंडिया हैज़ ग्रोन लाइक मी। आई थिंक इंडिया भी तकलीफ़ों से बहुत बड़ा हुआ है। इंडिया कोई आसानी से इतनी बड़ी जगह जो आज वर्ल्ड में नाम बनाई है, तो इसने इतनी जल्दी आसानी से नहीं। He have gone through his own turmoil, and today is one of the biggest power in the world. I look at this India as my struggle through this. कि सब तकलीफों से बन के इधर आया है।
The prism remains the same. The prism of struggle.
Yes.
लेकिन आप ये भी तो मानते हैं ना, जो जलता है वही तप करके निकलता है।
हाँ, बट पूरा जलना नहीं चाहिए, पूरा जल के तो खाक हो जाएंगे। जलना उतना ही है जितना तापमान आपको बर्दाश्त करने के लायक बनाए।
लेकिन मिथुन, जब आप, when you were growing as an artist, you must have been seeing lot of successes around you. तो उस वक्त आपको लगता था कि मैं इसकी तरह बनता, या आपने ये सोच लिया था मिथुन चक्रवर्ती रहेंगे?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, मैं भी सोचता था। मुझे याद है अभी भी, मैं एक दिन रास्ते जा रहा था महालक्ष्मी में, तो उसका एक पेट्रोल पंप, उसके ऊपर एक पोस्टर लगता था, तो मैं देखा ऋषि कपूर, नीतू सिंह जी उसकी फ़ोटो लगी है। तो मैं सोचता था एक दिन क्या आएगा कि मेरा फ़ोटो भी ऐसा लगेगा। फिर एक दिन आया, एक हमारा संसार पिक्चर बनाई, तो उसके मेरा हेड इतना बड़ा फ़ोटो एज ए हीरो आया। इंस्पायरिंग में तो था ही, क्योंकि मैं जिनके भी सक्सेस देखूं तो लगता था कि मुझे भी थोड़ा बहुत मिल जाता तो क्या ख़राबी होती। तो थोड़ा पैसा मिलता, एक घर बना लेता, माँ बाप को वो लेके आता, घर में रखता। और एक दिन आया टाइम कि घर लिया, माँ बाप को बुलाया कलकत्ता से इधर, सबको रखा एक साथ।
और महालक्ष्मी के सामने जो फेमस स्टूडियो है उसमें एक्टिंग भी की होगी आपने फिर उसके बाद?
हाँ, बहुत की, लेकिन थक भी जाता था, क्योंकि काफ़ी लंबा था ना, साइंस से लेके महालक्ष्मी तक आना, श्री साउंड स्टूडियो जाना पैदल, क्योंकि एक टाइम का ही भाड़ा किसी तरह बचाता था बस का, तो एक टाइम तो आपको चलना ही पड़ता था।
सायन से महालक्ष्मी,
सायन से श्री साउंड स्टूडियो, और सायन से महालक्ष्मी में एक टाइम का भाड़ा, फिर ट्रेन में चढ़ के आधा माटुंगा आना, फिर वहाँ से भी चलना।
और उस स्ट्रगल के दिन क्या कोई साथी जिसको आप याद रखते हैं?
देखिए, जब 2 आदमी तो मुझे याद ही है, एक है गौतम गुहा जिन्होंने मुझे रास्ते से उठाया, वो दुलाल गुहा साहब डायरेक्टर के बेटे थे, और क्यों बंगेरा जिन्होंने मुझे माटुंगा जिमखाना में मेंबरशिप दिलाया था, क्योंकि मुझे सोने की जगह नहीं थी, नहाने की जगह नहीं थी, तो किसी के छत पे सो गया। फिर विजय एक हॉस्टल था, तो एक दोस्त ने कहा तू 12 बजे के बाद आना और 4 बजे निकल जाना। तो 4 बजे निकलने के बाद वो जिम खाने के सामने खड़ा होता था, जिम खाना खोलता था, वहाँ बाथरूम करता, दांत वाँत साफ कर, नहा के फिर रास्ते में। ये 2 आदमी तो ज़िंदगी में कभी मैं भूल ही नहीं सकता।
आपकी जो एक्ट्रेसेस हैं उसमें कोई आइकॉनिक एक्ट्रेस जिनके साथ आपका इक्वेशन और रोल बहुत आपको आप रखते हैं?
देखिए, मैं सबके साथ ही एक दोस्ती का हाथ बढ़ा के ही चलता था, क्योंकि जो छोटे होते थे उनको मैं समझता था कि डर रही है, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा स्टार सामने खड़ा हुआ है, तो ज़्यादा दोस्ती करके सब उनके अंदर के इनोवेशन सब निकाल देता था दोस्ती करके, ताकि वो मेरे साथ इजी हो जाए, सब डांस करना आते। तो ये सब आई नेवर बीन अनफ्रेंडली टू एनीवन, सो नो चांस।
Disco Dancer changed your life, and in so many ways it changed Bollywood also, because it was a movie which for the first time dance described everything, dance took the center stage. So how do you see Disco Dancer as? क्या याद है आपकी Disco Dancer की सबसे?
वो भी तकलीफ, कि बी सुभाष जी ने बहुत तकलीफ से फिल्म बनाई हो, पर बी सुभाष जी हैज़ अ ट्रिमेंडस सेंस ऑफ म्यूज़िक। वो गाने का उनके सेंस बहुत ज़बरदस्त था, और बापी दाने में मदद की थी। एंड फिर माई डांसिंग भी, क्योंकि मैं खुद डांस करके वीडियो में टेप करके सुभाष जी को दिखाता था कि सुभाष जी ये करना, तो सुभाष जी बोलते येस यू डू दिस। तो इसी तरह ये सब डांस के जो, चाहे हो कृष्णा धरती पे आ जा तू, डिस्को डांसर हो, फिर ए ओ आ, ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ
जिमी भी,
जिमी ऐसे ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स वी यूज्ड टू डू, पहले कर लेता था। पर सुभाष जी भी बहुत तकलीफ से पिक्चर बनाई, इतनी आसानी से नहीं बनी वो फिल्म, जो मेरे साथ चलता रहता है वो चलता रहा। फिर जब रिलीज़ हुई उसका पिक्चर ही कुछ डिफरेंट हो गया।
और उसके बाद जहाँ पर आप जाते थे तो आपको बोला जाता था डिस्को डांसर?
यस, अभी भी ऑल ओवर एशिया, ऑल ओवर ऑल द USSR, अफ्रीका, इवन टर्की, एनीवेयर। आई मीन टर्की अगर एयरपोर्ट में भी मैं उतरता हूँ बाई ट्रांजिट, and you could see the reaction, you could make out.
But you've stayed relevant even in these times. जब बिग पिक्चर से OTT पे जो सफ़र शुरू हुआ उसमें भी आप रहे, ताशकंद फाइल्स में आप आए,
कश्मीर फाइल्स में हूँ, then बेस्ट सेलर में भी हूँ, लेकिन प्लस मैं फिल्मों में ही, बट OTT से ज़्यादा स्टिल भी मैं फिल्म में हूँ, बिकॉज आई स्टिल हैव 7 फिल्म्स इन माई हैंड, जिसमें 3 हिंदी, 3 बंगाली एंड 1 Telugu film with Prabhas called Fauji.
So this long career, 50 साल हो गए और भी चल रहा है?
वो नहीं कह सकता मैं, अभी हाथ टूटा हुआ है, मैं नहीं बोल सकता और कितने दिन, लेकिन उस तरह से और काम नहीं कर पाता पहले जैसे, मतलब गोइंग ऑन एंड ऑन एंड ऑन, वो नहीं होता है। अभी जो फिल्म मुझे टिकल करता है, एक्साइट करता है, वही फिल्म करता हूँ।
तो वो किस तरह की फिल्में होती हैं जो आपको टिकल?
जो समथिंग डिफरेंट, नॉट द रेगुलर, द बीटिंग द बुशेस, सब फिल्म। अभी देखिए 2 फिल्म बंगाली में रिलीज़ हुई, काबुली वाला एंड प्रजापति, दोनों ही बहुत बड़ी हिट हुई है एंड बॉक्स ऑफिस सक्सेस, बस दोनों ही डिफरेंट फिल्म। एक काबुली वाला जो बल्ला सानी किया था उन्होंने, मैंने किया। प्रजापति हैज़ डन फॉर 150 days इन थिएटर, विच इज़ इम्पॉसिबल नाउअडेज।
यस, एंड मिठुन दा, इतनी सारी रीजनल सिनेमा में आपने काम किया, और आज के दिन में एक चैलेंज बॉलीवुड के सामने है। वो चैलेंज ये है कि बहुत सारे लोगों का कहना है कि बॉलीवुड का डिक्लाइन है, लेकिन रीजनल सिनेमा अच्छा कर रहा है, चाहे वो साउथ इंडियन सिनेमा हो या और। तो आपको क्या लगता है कि बॉलीवुड के सामने ये चैलेंज क्यों है?
टू मच ऑफ कॉर्पोरेटाइजेशन, टू मच। फिल्म को आजकल क्या हो गया, वो भी एक्टर बनना, स्टार बनना कम हो गया, अभी खाली ब्रांड बनाना है। चाहे आप हीरो हो, हीरोइन हो, पहले देखता है ये ब्रांड है कि नहीं, ये ब्रांड वैल्यू है तो फिर पिक्चर चलेगी। तो पहले उन लोग सोचते हैं पिक्चर कैसी भी उसकी स्टोरी हो, पहले ब्रांड को सामने लाओ, उसकी तरह से पब्लिसिटी करो, उसकी तरह से प्रमोशन करो, तो ठीक है पिक्चर अच्छी होती तो चलती है, ऐसी बात नहीं है। लेकिन टू मच ऑफ कॉरपोरेट वाले के ये होने से ये डिक्लाइन आ गया, और डिक्लाइन हो जाएगा अगर इसको नहीं रोके तो।
टू मच ऑफ कॉर्पोरेटाइजेशन की प्रॉब्लम आपको बाकी रीजनल सिनेमा में नहीं दिख रही है इतना?
तो उसमें तो उतना नहीं हुआ ना, अभी भी वहाँ सिंगल प्रोड्यूसर जिंदा है। देखिए सिंगल प्रोड्यूसर से जो हमारा टाइम था, पता नहीं मैं सही बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन इतने घर चलते थे और इतनी फिल्में बनती थी, इतना एम्प्लॉयमेंट होता था, दैट आर सडनली कम डाउन बिकॉज ऑफ एक, ठीक है लोग अभी भी काम कर रहे हैं, लोगों को नौकरी है, सब कुछ है, लेकिन जैसे मेरे पास 22 प्रोड्यूसर है और किसी के पास 15 और किसी के पास 10, सब जगह प्रोड्यूसर सब फिल्में बना रहे थे, ये नहीं कि कोई बैठे हुए थे। लेकिन अभी वो सब आउट हो गए, कोई नहीं, एक भी नहीं है। सिंगल प्रोड्यूसर बनाएगा तो उसको रिलीज़ के लिए कोई नहीं होता, कोई डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर नहीं मिलता। आजकल का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मीन्स कॉर्पोरेट हाउस ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं, सो देयर इज लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम हैज।
So too much of corporatization has.
Yes, but Mithun, there is also this fact that there is a lot of variety and perhaps localness in the southern cinema. Would you say they realize that things are changing and they have kept pace with the changing times? Special effect, for example, जो पहले नहीं था, वो हम लोग southern cinema में देख रहे हैं, जो अभी यहाँ पर Bollywood अभी still catch up कर रहा है।
देखिए साउदर्न सिनेमा में सब कुछ रिमार्केबल है। देयर एक्शन देखिए रिमार्केबल, देयर डांसिंग देखिए रिमार्केबल। उन लोग सब चीज़ को प्राधान्य देते हैं कंप्लीटनेस एंड टेरिफिक रिजल्ट के ऊपर। और आज साउथ इंडियन फिल्म हमारे बॉलीवुड फिल्म से कई ज़्यादा अच्छी बनने लग गई, और इसीलिए हम लोग उसकी कॉपी करके हम बना रहे हैं। लेकिन ये नहीं कि कोई नहीं बना रहा है कि बॉलीवुड में भी बना रहे हैं अच्छी फिल्में, लेकिन साउथ इंडियन सिनेमा हैज़ डिपेंड मोर टू द रियलिटी। इसीलिए आज बाहुबली इतनी बड़ी हिट कैसे हुई? हाउ देन अनदर फिल्म RRR क्यों हुई, इतनी बड़ी हिट कैसे हुई? वाई द सुभाष चंद्र यश, दे आर सुपरस्टार्स, मतलब इंटरनेशनली सुपरस्टारडम उनको छू गया है। हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? बिकॉज ऑफ द रियलिटी। Because of the reality, they have touched the reality. They're making film like this, they're dancing like this, they're fighting like this, their storyline is like this. And they will go up. They will go up.
मिठुन दा, आपसे अगर मैं ये सवाल नहीं पूछूं तो ये इंटरव्यू कंप्लीट नहीं होगा। आज के दिन में हम देखते हैं कि लॉट ऑफ टॉक अबाउट नेपोटिज्म, लॉट ऑफ टॉक अबाउट फैमिली, promoting family, etc., etc. You are one man who had no godfather. You came from the bottom of the pyramid, absolute bottom, and you rose to the top of the pyramid. आपको क्या लगता है कि ये जो नेपोटिज्म की बातें हैं और फैमिली इंडस्ट्री की बातें हैं, वो सारी टैलेंट और मेहनत से तोड़ी जा सकती हैं कि नहीं जा सकती?
सर मैं नहीं मानता। देखिए मेरे भी तो 3 बच्चे हैं, 4, और चारों ही फिल्मों में। मैं आज तक किसी प्रोड्यूसर को किसी को नहीं बोला कि मेरे बेटे को चांस दो। मेरे छोटे बेटे ने अभी बैड बॉय की है, राजकुमार संतोष जी ने उसका एडिशन लिया, उसको पास किया, फिर लिया। विक्रम भट्ट ने मीमो को दिया था, हॉन्टेड में चांस दिया, उसके बाद चली नहीं चली, वो सब दूसरी बात है। आई कैन टेल यू विथ ऑल माई हार्टफेल्ट इमोशंस, आई हैव नेवर प्रमोटेड माई चिल्ड्रन, and I told them that you have to fight your own battle. Ultimately, talent will speak. अगर ये भी बात है कि किसी का बाप हीरो है, उसका बेटा हीरो बना, तो हीरो बना सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं बनता है कोई हीरो, उसमें भी टैलेंट होना चाहिए। और टैलेंट नहीं होगा तो थैंक यू वेरी मच, अब जा सकते हैं, इसके बाद घर बैठ जाइए। You have to have talent. चाहे आप किसी हीरोइन की बेटी अभी लॉन्च हुई है, she become a big, but she has talent. How can you deny the talent? उसमें nepotism की बात नहीं आनी चाहिए. Talent will rule.
Talent will rule. That is the golden word.
Yes.
Coming from the
And
start.
talent will rule in all the fields.
All the fields, no matter which profession you are in.
And is there a star of current times who you think actually has kept pace with changing times? Like आपने आपका हमेशा अपने characters को evolve किया, different characters पे experiment किया, उसी तरह का आपकी तरह.
ये बड़ा अच्छा सवाल पूछा है मारिया ने. एक्चुअली उस जनरेशन के अगर आप काफ़ी लोगों को देखें, अमिताभ बच्चन को देखें, आपको देखें, शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा को देखें, और भी बड़े ऋषि कपूर को देखें, उनकी आपने बात करी, तो उन सब लोगों ने अपने आप को टाइम के साथ इवॉल्व किया, इंक्लूडिंग दिलीप कुमार जो उनसे पहले के जनरेशन के स्टार थे. दे इवॉल्व विद टाइम. आपको लगता है कि ये एवोल्यूशन ऑफ विद टाइम ऑफ द प्रेजेंट स्टार्स शायद उतना हो नहीं पाया?
और नहीं हो पाया तो गुड बाय बोलना पड़ेगा. देयर इज नो चांस. यू हैव टू चेंज विद टाइम. अगर इस वक्त मैं बैठ के सोचूं आई विल बिकम डिस्को डांसर अगेन, सो बिगेस्ट फूल आई एम. I am spacing myself with my age, with my time, with my inside stamina,
Yes.
more than outside.
Yes.
I am changing and evolving myself, and I am doing exactly those roles that suits my character right now, and I am getting success on that. Suddenly I feel no, अभी तो मैं disco dancer ही करूँगा. तो घर बैठ जाइए. कौन आपको बोला है यहाँ काम करने को? Nobody.
Did disco dancer actually you feel that was the changing moment, that
Yes.
tipping point,
Not
turning
only,
point?
not only mine, even the industry.
How?
Industry changed with the dancing style. They thought that if I do not space with the disco dancer or style like this, then my film will compare this. अरे क्या है अभी देखो मिठुन की तरह डांस करो नहीं तो क्या ऐसे ही.
Mitunda, on that tipping point and inflection point, I thank you. Thank you for joining us. Anything, you are a man, as I said, who has had the kind of experience that very few have in life, from the street to the topmost elevation. Any words of wisdom from you to our viewers?
I would say कि there is lot many talents. लड़का है, सब जगह बोलता हूँ सर. मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ ये कि बहुत सारे लड़के हैं, लड़कियां हैं, बहुत टैलेंट है, लेकिन फाइनेंशियली दे आर वेरी वीक. पैसे की वजह से नहीं लड़ पाते. मैं उनको इतना ही कहूँगा, हिम्मत नहीं छोड़ना, सपना ज़रूर देखना, लेकिन खुद सो जाना, सपनों को सोने नहीं देना. If I can make it, you can make it.
Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Mitunda, congratulations for the award and to many more to come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chakravarti, for speaking to us in such a delicate state.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them mailin' mans. All I want is a touch of love.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries, shaping the world's future. NDTV World Summit, October 21st and 22nd on the NDTV network.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced to leave their homes, not knowing what lies ahead for their future in Lebanon.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital, Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you. In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries, shaping the world's future. NDTV World Summit, October 21st and 22nd on the NDTV network.
The Sena versus Sena Dussehra rallies set the tone for Maharashtra Assembly elections. Chief Minister Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray claim Bal Thackeray's legacy. Shinde slams Uddhav Thackeray over poor infrastructure, while Uddhav Thackeray, he alleges that the BJP used Shivaji Maharaj to garner votes. RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat echoes Prime Minister Modi's Hindu unity pitch. The Shiv Sena calls out the violence in Bangladesh. Meanwhile, Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge, he tells Bhagwat that RSS supports a party that wants disunity. In the meanwhile, Uddhav Thackeray in his rally says and asks, have Hindus not united in 10 years? Restoration work underway at the Chennai division, where 12 to 13 coaches of Mysuru-Darbhanga Express were derailed after it collided with a goods train on Friday evening. And the Dussehra celebrations took place across India. Prime Minister Modi as well as the President Draupadi Murmu took part in Delhi's iconic Ram Leela. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. The Delhi Police Special Cell, it has achieved a major breakthrough in the Nadir Shah murder case. The main shooter in this particular case, named Madhur alias Mota Arman, he has been arrested in an encounter at Narela Industrial Area. Arman, he has been shot multiple times and has been admitted to the hospital. My colleague Mukesh, he joins us to give us more on this. Mukesh, what is the latest that you can tell us about this encounter?
जी देखिए, सितंबर के महीने में जो नादिर शाह था उसका GK1 में उसकी जिम के बाहर मर्डर हुआ था, जिसमें जो दो शूटर थे वो काफी नजदीक आए थे और उन्होंने गोलियां मारी थी और इसका जो फुटेज है वो भी सामने आया था। उसके बाद से दिल्ली पुलिस लगातार जो शूटर्स थे, जो मेन शूटर्स थे, उनकी तलाश कर रही थी। आज दिल्ली पुलिस को जानकारी मिली कि जो एक शूटर मधुर नाम का है वो दिल्ली के नरेला इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया में आने वाला है और इसी इंफॉर्मेशन पे दिल्ली पुलिस ने वहां पर ट्रैप लगाया हुआ था और मधुर जो है एक स्कूटी में सवार होकर वहां पे आया। दिल्ली पुलिस के मुताबिक जब मधुर को रोकने की कोशिश की गई तो मधुर ने दिल्ली पुलिस के जो वहां पर पुलिसकर्मी थे उन पर फायरिंग की और जवाब में पुलिस ने फायरिंग की, जिस करीब 11 से 12 राउंड फायरिंग हुई है और इस फायरिंग के बाद जो शूटर मधुर है उसको कई गोलियां लगी हैं। दिल्ली पुलिस के मुताबिक मौके से एक पिस्टल और करीब 12 से 13 कारतूस मौके से बरामद हुए हैं। दिल्ली पुलिस के मुताबिक जो मधुर है वो उत्तर पूर्वी दिल्ली के गैंगस्टर हाशिम बाबा और लॉरेंस बिश्नोई के लिए काम करता है, ये उनका शूटर है और लॉरेंस बिश्नोई के कहने पर हाशिम बाबा ने नादिर शाह की हत्या करवाई थी। तो दिल्ली पुलिस को एक बहुत बड़ी जो कामयाबी है वो मिली है। काफी दिन बाद इस पूरे केस का जो मेन शूटर है मधुर, उसको दिल्ली पुलिस ने इनकाउंटर के बाद गिरफ्तार कर लिया है। हालांकि वो उसको कई गोलियां लगी हैं तो उसका भी इलाज चल रहा है। तो इस पूरे मामले में एक और शूटर है जिसका नाम राजू है, उसकी तलाश की जा रही है, लेकिन 2 शूटरों में से जो एक शूटर मधुर नाम का है उसको गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है।
All right, Mukesh Singh Sengar, thank you very much for getting us all the latest in that story. And the atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh, it was a key focus of RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat's address when he was addressing the public during the organization's Dashera Utsav. Mohan Bhagwat, he has said that Hindus live in harmony through continuous dialogue. He called for the society to unite for its security by eliminating all the differences, echoing what Prime Minister Modi and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath have said.
उनको आवश्यकता है मदद की। विश्व भर के हिंदुओं की, भारत के सरकार की सहायता उनको मिले, ये उनकी आवश्यकता है कि दुर्बल रहना अपराध है। हम अगर दुर्बल है, असंगठित है, तो उसका मतलब हम अत्याचार को निमंत्रण दे रहे हैं। निमित्त कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हम दुर्बल है, ये निमित्त पर्याप्त है। और इसलिए जहां कहीं भी हम हैं वहां संगठित रहना, सशक्त रहना।
ये करने वाले ही बांट रहे ना, जो लोग देश में यूनिटी चाहते हैं, वो पार्टी जो डिसयूनिटी चाहती है, उस पार्टी को सपोर्ट करने वाले आप ही हैं, भागवत जी ही हैं। पहले कहां से शुरू करें? संविधान बदलने से शुरू करें, रिजर्वेशन निकालने से शुरू करें, हिंदू मुसलमानों के बारे में अलग अलग बात करें।
Meanwhile, the restoration work is underway in Chennai at the train crash site in Tamil Nadu. At least 12 coaches of an express train, it had derailed after it collided with a goods train in Tamil Nadu's Tiruvallur district. And the officials, they had said that the Mysore-Darbhanga Bagmati Express, it collided with the goods train, which was stationary. The injured, they were admitted to the hospital. 19 people were injured in this particular incident. A political war of words also ensured after this accident took place. The Tamil Nadu Deputy Chief Minister, he slammed the Railway Ministry, saying that the centre must act to avoid accidents, while the leader of opposition, Congress's Rahul Gandhi, he said that there have been no lessons learnt by the centre. And registrations for the PM internship scheme, it has begun. This internship will be given in the top 500 companies. It is meant for 1-year internship program. The PM internship scheme is meant for skill development of the youth. Rupees 5,000 to rupees 6,000 will be given as an allowance to these interns. The candidates, they can register themselves on the website, on the web portal. Remember, over 80,000 opportunities are present across 24 sectors. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs, it in fact posted on its social media handles saying that PM internship scheme is a transformative initiative by the Prime Minister in order to ensure the skilling of our youth, which will enhance their employability. There will be an allowance of 5,000 per month and rupees 6,000, and as a one-time grant, the candidates, they can go and register themselves on the portal pminternship.moa@gov.in. This portal will ensure efficient access to internship across sectors with Aadhaar-based registration and tools like biodata generation. And Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena and Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray Sena, held their respective Dussehra rallies in Mumbai in a show of strength and also setting the tone by attacking each other ahead of Maharashtra Assembly polls. The Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray rally, it was held at Shivaji Park, while the Eknath Shinde faction's rally, it was held at Azad Maidan. The Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde, he in his rally said that anti-Maharashtra alliance has halted the development of the state and that the Maha Vikas Aghadi put the brakes on metro, bullet train and the Atal bridge. Uddhav Thackeray, he retorted saying that BJP thinks that Shivaji Maharaj is an EVM and that Shivaji statue was, it collapsed in just 8 months.
आणि एवढं मोठं दैवत आपलं छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज हे भाजप आणि मोदींना वाटतंय हे मत मिळवणारे मशीन आहे, मशीन नाहीये, ते आमचं दैवत आहे. अरे आपण जय श्रीराम बोलतो पण पुराणामध्ये प्रभू रामचंद्र होऊन गेले. आज सुद्धा आपण दसरा श्रीरामाने रावणाचा वध केला म्हणून आपण तो पाळतो. किती त्यांनी राक्षस मारले, किती दैत्य मारले. त्यांच्याबरोबर प्रभू रामचंद्राबरोबर वानर सेना होती आणि आपण त्यांना देव मानतोच, आम्ही जय श्रीराम बोलतोच. पण मग आमचे छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज कोण होते? फार पूर्वी नाही, छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांनी सुद्धा त्यावेळेला जे आले होते स्वराज्यावरती चालून, त्यांचा वध केला नसता तर आपण आज नसतोच. आपलं काय झालं असतं कोणालाच माहिती नाहीये.
Uddhav Thackeray made a statement today that when the Maha Vikas Aghadi is elected to the government, they will ensure that there is a temple, not a statue, but a temple by the name of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in every district, in every jila of the state, and has hence made an important announcement regarding the same. He also talked at length about the Badlapur incident and the killing of Shinde that happened through the hand of the police later on, and very cheekily said that Shinde, that particular Shinde, should have been shot. But what the government tried to do here is that they tried to kind of eliminate all the other kind of proofs which would have gotten the friends of the government into some sort of a trouble here. Now, amongst many other things, another interesting pointer from this speech was how it ended. Uddhav Thackeray played a video of him taking an oath here at this very venue from 2019. This is Shivaji Park, and this is where he took the oath as the Chief Minister of the state in 2019. And he played the video and he made people see an entire oath. Of course, he did not state anything about his chief ministerial chances or MVA naming a chief ministerial candidate in the elections, but there is of course a subtle hint being given that a face, an unofficial face of the MVA for the chief ministership going into the elections is indeed Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. Before this, of course, there was Sanjay Raut, who very openly stated that after 2 months there will be another program held at this very location, at this very venue, celebrating the victory of the Maha Vikas Aghadi, and that program will have Uddhav Thackeray as a leader of the state. Of course, he didn't mention him as a chief minister, but said that Uddhav Thackeray would be a leader of the state. Now, this put together with the other, murmurs going around in Maha Vikas Aghadi regarding the need for having a chief ministerial face from the Shiv Sena adds up to the news, or adds up to the, to the kind of floating of information that is going about on how Shiv Sena UBT wants to go ahead with the chief ministerial face, but the other two allies are not quite ready to do that. This is Anuj Raite with video journalist Hemant Mohite reporting from Shivaji Park in Mumbai.
Meanwhile, let's also listen in to what the Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde had to say.
इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चरचं काम दिसलं की लावा ब्रेक, समृद्धी महामार्ग लावा ब्रेक, मेट्रो 3 लावा ब्रेक, बुलेट ट्रेन लावा ब्रेकर, कार शेडला लावा ब्रेकर, जलयुक्त शिवारला लावा स्पीड ब्रेकर आणि मराठवाडा वॉटर ग्रीडला लावा ब्रेकर. जिथे नव्हता ब्रोकर तिथे टाकले स्पीड ब्रेकर. असं यांचं काम. या महाविकास आघाडीचे हेच त्यांचे धंदे होते. आणि म्हणून आम्ही हे सगळे स्पीड ब्रेकर उखडून टाकले आणि ज्या सरकारने स्पीड ब्रेकर टाकले त्या सरकारला देखील उखडून टाकलं, नवीन सरकार आणलं. माझी दाढी त्यांना खुपती आहे, सारखं दाढीवर बोलतात, माझी दाढी खुपते. अरे पण मी सांगतो, होती दाढी म्हणून तुमची उद्ध्वस्त केली महाविकास आघाडी आणि महाविरोधी आघाडी. आणि महाराष्ट्राच्या विकासाची जोरात धावू लागली गाडी, ही दाढीची करामत आहे. आणि म्हणून
All right, breaking news coming in at this point. Baba Siddiqui, the leader in Maharashtra, he has been shot at in Mumbai. 3 rounds were fired at Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader. He has been taken to Lilavati Hospital. There are reports of the NCP leader and former MLA Baba Siddiqui being shot at in Mumbai's Bandra area. 3 rounds were fired as of now. Let's go across to Radhika, my colleague who's joining us on the phone line. Radhika, what is the latest that you can tell us right now?
That's right. Reports emerging that NCP leader, former minister as well as ex-MLA Baba Siddiqui from Bandra West was shot at in Mumbai. In fact, we know for a fact that Siddiqui is a former Congress leader. He had joined the NCP a few months back. The incident took place a few minutes ago. The firing took place in the office of Baba Siddiqui's son. Is the latest information, is the information that we're getting at this point. The firing took place in the office of his son Zishan, and 3 rounds were fired at Baba Siddiqui, and Baba Siddiqui has been taken to Lilavati Hospital for treatment. His condition is said to be critical. Police investigations are underway. So at this point, we have basic information that 3 rounds were fired at Baba Siddiqui and this incident apparently happening at his son's office. The firing took place in the office of his son Zishan, who was of course elected as MLA from Bandra East earlier. Zishan is of course seen as a nominee from the seat as well. Just recently, after the instance of cross voting during Legislative Council election, State Congress had expelled a couple of its MLAs, including Zishan Siddiqui. But as far as Baba Siddiqui is concerned, he had left the Congress party and joined the NCP a few months back. Now, some tragic development here whereby Baba Siddiqui was shot at by unknown assailants. 3 rounds were fired. This is the initial information we are getting. We will wait for some official confirmation from the police about his condition at this point.
Radhika, just to understand, were there any previous threats to Mr. Baba Siddiqui? Just to understand, had the politician received any previous threats or warning of potential harm?
Well, not, at this point, we don't have any official confirmation of that. We'll have to really understand what exactly led to this particular incident, this firing, whether he had informed the police about any possible threat. Is something we will get to know through police sources. At this point, the information that we're getting is that he has been admitted to Lilavati Hospital in critical condition, and that the condition is said to be critical. He was injured, is the information that we're getting. In fact, at least about 2 to 3 shots were fired at him, and there were at least about 2 to 3 unknown assailants who fired at him when he was at his son's office. That's the initial information we have. Investigations are underway to find more.
Right, so Baba Siddiqui, a former Maharashtra minister and member of the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, he has been shot at in Mumbai's Bandra, and he has been rushed to the hospital where his condition, as Radhika is mentioning, it is said to be critical. From what we understand as of now, that 3 bullets were fired at Mr. Siddiqui on Saturday evening when he was at the office of his son, Zishan Siddiqui, who's also the MLA from Bandra East. He's currently undergoing treatment at the Lilavati hospital. So Baba Siddiqui has been rushed to the Leelavati hospital. The ex-minister of Maharashtra, he has been shot at in Mumbai. There are reports, as we mentioned, of the NCP leader and former MLA Baba Siddiqui being shot at in Mumbai's Bandra area. Remember, Baba Siddiqui, he was a member of the Legislative Assembly. He was an MLA in Maharashtra from Bandra West. He also was the MLA for 3 consecutive terms there, 99, 2004, as well as 2009. And he has also served as the Minister of State for Food and Civil Supplies, as well as Labour and FDAs from 2004 to 2008. From what we understand, this is a breaking news situation. Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader, he has been shot at in Mumbai. 3 rounds were fired at him. And the NCP leader, he has been rushed to the Leelavati hospital, from what we understand as of now. And Radhika is still there with us. Radhika, just to understand from you, what exactly is, have the family spoken about this particular incident, or have there been any word from any of the family members yet? All right, we'll try and... Radhika, if you can hear me, has there been any word from the family members yet? Have you heard from Baba Siddiqui's family members as of now?
Yet. It just happened a few, minutes back. It happened just now. So no reactions as of now. We are getting basic information from the police. 2 to 3 rounds fired at Baba Siddiqui, and this happened apparently at his son's office. That's the information that we are getting. And he was immediately rushed to the hospital, which is Leelavati Hospital in Bandra itself. And that's the information that we have so far. Police, we believe, are investigating and perhaps may also have apprehended a few accused. Again, we are waiting for the confirmation from police officials. No official statement from police yet. So we will have to wait for some more time to get exact details of what exactly led to this incident, whether there was any threat perception as far as the Siddiqui family is concerned. They are a powerful family as far as the entire Bandra constituency is concerned. He's now the NCP leader. Earlier, he was with the Congress. He was an MLA from Bandra West. He has been an MLA quite some time in the Bandra constituency. He was also an associate of late Sunil Dutt as well. He had joined the NCP recently, as I said, but the tragic incident that took place a few hours back, which is the firing incident whereby Baba Siddiqui is in a critical condition and has been admitted in Leelavati hospital. A few rounds fired at him by unknown assailants. More information being verified at this point from police sources.
Radhika, just to give a context to our viewers as well, what is Baba Siddiqui's political or social influence in that particular area? Although he is a former MLA of Bandra West, but just give a sense of his political and social influence in that area.
That's right. You know, as far as Baba Siddiqui's political influence is concerned, yes, as I mentioned before, he had been elected as an MLA from Bandra West constituency multiple times. In fact, he was elected as the MLA at least 3 times, which was in 2009, 2004, as well as 99. And he was also a minister for food and civil supplies. That was sometime in 2004. And also was a corporator 2 consecutive terms, which was in 1990. As far as his political influence is concerned, Siddiqui family is quite popular, especially during the heydays of the Congress party. They were quite powerful in this particular constituency, and he's also known for, some of the, Eid festivities and Eid parties that he hosted for the who's who of Mumbai and all across Maharashtra. However, due to certain differences with the Congress party, he joined NCP Ajit Pawar party in February 2024. So he left the Congress party after being part of the Congress for many years and joined Ajit Pawar's NCP very recently. So that's as far as his political career is concerned. Of course, he wielded a lot of influence in Bandra West constituency. Both Baba Siddiqui as well as his son Zishan, of course, his son Zishan, who was with the Congress party, was expelled, as a result of cross voting that happened, and Zishan had been unhappy with several leaders within the Congress party as a result of the new inflation within the MBA. So that's as far as the political connections of both and the career of Baba Siddiqui is concerned. But the latest information is that he was shot at, a few rounds fired, he is critically injured, and he's being treated at Leelavati Hospital. Is the information that we are getting. We are yet to get some official release of statement from the police to understand whether anybody has been arrested or any accused have been apprehended or not.
Right, Radhika, just also give us a sense of the police presence at Zishan Siddiqui's residence as of now. What is the kind of police presence there? The security must be tightened at this point.
That's right. Security is tightened outside the residence of Baba Siddiqui as well as at the office of Baba Siddiqui and Zishan Siddiqui. Heavy police presence at Leelavati Hospital as well. Police has registered an FIR and is conducting investigations to understand what exactly led to this. Who are these people who are fired at Baba Siddiqui? Apparently, he was shot at on his stomach. Stomach is the information that we're getting. But again, we will have to wait for official confirmation from the hospital authorities as well as police to understand the nature of injuries. But unknown assailants, a couple of rounds fired at, and he was shot at on his stomach is the latest information that we're getting.
Right, Radhika, stay with us because from what we understand at the moment and from what you are telling us, Baba Siddiqui, a former Maharashtra minister, also a member of the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, he has been shot at in Mumbai's Bandra, and he has been rushed to a hospital where his condition, it is said to be critical. What Radhika is saying is that 2 rounds were fired at Mr. Siddiqui on today. When he was at his office of his son Zishan Siddiqui, who is the MLA from Bandra East. He is also undergoing treatment at the Leelavati Hospital at the moment. In fact, I am currently joined by the Chief National Spokesperson and the National General Secretary, the Nationalist Congress Party, Ajit Pawar, Mr. Brij Mohan Srivastav. Sir, what do you have to say about this entire incident? Really unfortunate that Mr. Baba Siddiqui has been shot at.
It's a very unfortunate for us because yesterday he was present with Ajit Pawar press conference, and he has not spoken anything to any person regarding any threat. Why it's happened? It's a surprise to us also, because Baba Siddiq known as a soft-spoken politician, and he started his career from from scratch as a municipal councillor. He worked as a municipal councillor. He was elected twice in Mumbai Municipal Corporation, and then he became the MLA. He worked lot. He worked a lot with let's say Shri Sunil Reddy also, and it's no doubt it's a very surprising why this thing has happened. And why he has not informed to anybody. I'm sure that he's not that type of man. Somebody get antagonized with him. He's a very soft-spoken person. So we are also trying to get the right information, and we are also approaching the police to get first-hand information why it happened and why those people have fired on him. So just now I am not having exact information regarding his condition, but I am trying to contact the Leelavati Hospital to get the right information, so I can communicate to through you to the our party peoples and the rest of nation.
Brij Mohanji, have you been able to get in touch with the family members Have you heard from them as of now?
No, actually, I tried to call, contact them, but due to this incident, actually, they are also, I think, surprised and they are unable to say anything to anyone. So we are trying. I asked my NCP workers of the Bandra locality to go there and take the latest information regarding his health.
All right. I'm also currently joined by Anish Gawande, the national spokesperson of the NCP. Mr. Gawande, thank you very much for joining NDTV. What are your thoughts on this really unfortunate incident that has occurred right now? The NCP leader, he has been shot at. Have you been able to get in touch with the family? What do you think about it?
You know, it's incredibly unfortunate what's happened today. Baba Siddiqui is, of course, a member of the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, which is our political opponent, but he's somebody who's been an incredibly senior leader in Mumbai, and that this could happen in Bandra is incredibly shocking. I think I'll leave the difficult questions for later. I don't think a lot of people have been able to get in touch with either Zishan, his son, who many of us know well, or with members of the family. The only update I have so far is that he's been rushed to Lilavati. And we should leave the difficult questions for later and right now hope for his swift recovery. But it's incredibly shocking and alarming that this has happened on Vijayadashmi in Bandra, in Mumbai.
Right. Mr. Gawande, I just want to understand from you, is Baba Siddiqui known to have received any sort of threat or warning before? Do you have any knowledge of that, sir?
You know, I would not know because, again, like I said, he belongs to a rival political faction. But the reality is that these are concerns that should be raised before the Home Ministry. This has not been the only incident that has taken place in Mumbai in the recent past. We've seen the gruesome death of a sort of senior UBT leader over a Facebook Live post not too long ago. And there are real concerns. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether this is an isolated incident. But I certainly hope that there is justice that is delivered swiftly because this law and order situation in Mumbai is untenable as it stands.
Mr. Anish Gawande, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. This is breaking news that is coming right now. Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader, he has been shot at in Mumbai. 3 rounds were fired at Mr. Baba Siddiqui. And the NCP leader, he has been rushed to the Lilavati hospital. In the meanwhile, my colleague Ronak, he's right now speaking to the eyewitnesses there. Let's listen to what they have to say.
क्या उनकी किसी से दुश्मनी हो सकती है वो सब कुछ मालूम नहीं। देखिए फिलहाल किसी के पास इसका उत्तर नहीं है और मुख्य तौर पर अगर देखें तो पुलिस भी अपनी तरह से इन्वेस्टिगेशन पुलिस ने शुरू कर दी है और अक्षय मेरे साथ है। अक्षय मेरे सहयोगी एनडीटीवी मराठी के रिपोर्टर। अक्षय, क्या जानकारी मिल रही है?
डॉक्टर उनकी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि बाबा सिद्दीकी की जान बचाने के लिए, लेकिन जो जानकारी मिल रही है कि बाबा सिद्दीकी उनकी जान खतरे में है। कंटिन्यूस उनको सीपीआर दिया जा रहा है क्योंकि उनके सीने में गोली लगी है और उनकी सांसें फूल रही थी जब उनको अस्पताल में भर्ती किया गया और काफ़ी जो खून भी बह चुका है बाबा सिद्दीकी का और इसके वजह से अभी डॉक्टर के तरफ से कोशिश जारी की गई है, लेकिन काफ़ी हालत उनकी
नाजुक हालत बनी हुई है और डॉक्टर्स अगर लीलावती अस्पताल की बात की जाए तो यहाँ पर बेस्ट डॉक्टर्स मुंबई के माने जाते हैं और निश्चित तौर पर हम उम्मीद करेंगे, दुआ करेंगे कि बाबा सिद्दीकी की हालत में जल्द से जल्द सुधार हो और मुख्य तौर पर यहाँ पर जो लोग पहुँचे हुए हैं उनको जो खबर वो जानना चाहते हैं कि बाबा सिद्दीकी की तबीयत कैसी है, उसकी खबर जो है वो लोगों को जल्द से जल्द मिल सके। जी।
All right, Rano Kukre there speaking to the eyewitness there and in fact he was also speaking to NDTV Marathi's reporter who was in touch with the hospital authorities who mentioned that the NCP leader Baba Siddiqui, he is being given CPR right now and his situation is critical at the moment. Remember, this happened just a short while, about half an hour ago that the NCP leader Baba Siddiqui was shot at. 3 rounds were fired at Mr. Baba Siddiqui. He is currently in the Lilavati hospital right now and the Mumbai police, from what we understand as of now, Mumbai police have detained 2 individuals in the connection with this incident and further investigation is underway right now. The Mumbai cops, they have in fact detained 2 people as of now. So the NCP leader, Mr. Baba Siddiqui, he's at the Leelavati hospital. He was shot at after when he was at his son's office, Zishan Siddiqui's office, and that is where he was shot at. 2 rounds were shot at him, and he was rushed to the Leelavati hospital, and he's currently undergoing treatment. In fact, my colleague Ronak is speaking to other eyewitnesses there. Let's listen in to what he has to say.
टीम है वो इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है। बांद्रा पुलिस की टीम के यहाँ पर जो बड़े अधिकारी है वो भी पहुँचे हुए हैं। डीसीपी भी यहाँ पर कुछ ही देर बाद पहुँचेंगे। तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन एक तरफ चल रही है, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ जो सबसे बड़ी बात है कि बाबा सिद्दीकी की हालत नाजुक बनी हुई है। ऐसे में उनकी जल्द से जल्द उनकी सेहत ठीक हो सके, ये पहली प्रायोरिटी जो है वो उस पर ध्यान दिया जा रहा है। और लीलावती अस्पताल के जो बड़े डॉक्टर्स हैं वो यहाँ पर उनकी तरफ यहाँ पर उनकी देखरेख में उन पर इलाज जो है वो यहाँ पर किया जा रहा है। जी।
All right, so Baba Siddiqui, his situation is critical. He is at the Leelavati hospital getting treatment right now. The Mumbai police, in the meanwhile, have detained 2 individuals in the connection with this particular incident, and further investigation is underway. So 3 rounds were fired at Mr. Baba Siddiqui. The shots were fired at the NCP leader. He was shot at in his stomach, and he was rushed to the Leelavati hospital, and he is currently undergoing treatment at the moment. In fact, I am currently joined by Mr. Asif Bamla. Asif Bamla, what exactly do you have to say about this entire incident? It's really unfortunate that Mr. Siddiqui has been shot at, and that too in a place like Bandra.
I'm very shocked and surprised at this development. I mean, he has been a Bandraite. We've all grew up together. He has been a dear friend of mine, and I am still not able to come to terms. I've just heard about a half an hour back that this incident has happened, and it's very, very unfortunate that a situation like that. I mean, it's not that there's gang war existing anymore, but in spite of that, there's a situation like this. I think this needs to be addressed, and I think it's a matter of grave concern. Because I've been known to him since the time, I'm very sad about the fact that this has happened. I'm right now at a program for Dasara. I'm just finished, and myself, I'm rushing to the hospital to take stock of the situation. We all been in Bandra, Bandraites. We grew up together, and it's a matter of deep shock and a grave, it's a matter of deep shock and very emotional moment for me at least, and I'm sure for a lot of friends and people of Bandra who knew him over the years. In politics, things may be your way or may not, but I mean, this is something where we all stand very solidly with the family, with him, and I just hope he's fine, in a position to get. I don't know. I'm getting some different news, but I just hope he is going to be treated, and I just pray that he gets well.
All right, Mr. Bamla, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. In fact, I'm also joined by Shaina NC of the BJP. Ma'am, what is your reaction, your initial reaction to this entire incident? Really unfortunate that Mr. Baba Siddiqui has been shot at.
Well, absolutely. It's shocking. And right now, prayers for him, his family, and for everyone who is with him in terms of support. We never expected any kind of, these kind of incidents in a city like Mumbai. And I think the beauty of Mumbai has always been to coexist despite all differences. And one hears that there were 3 assailants that shot at Zishan Siddiqui's office. The fact is that the facts will be dealt with, the people will be dealt with, but right now It is only concern for him and his family, and I hope, as I speak as a Mumbaikar, that we must speak up and rise beyond differences. Nobody should be allowed to take law into their hands.
Absolutely, ma'am. And have you heard from Mr. Siddiqui's family as of now? Have you spoken to anyone, ma'am?
No, I haven't, and I think that this is a time where the doctors should just be doing their job. And what one understands is that he has been taken to Leelavati Hospital. So let's just wait and not speculate any which way. Right now, it only has to be about law and order being maintained, which the Home Minister Devendra Fadnavis will definitely look into immediately. And having said that, I think concern for the family and his speedy recovery is the only concern.
All right, China NC, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. And I'm also currently joined by Mr. Sanjay Jha, political analyst. Sir, what is your initial reaction to whatever that has occurred as of now?
Well, to be honest, very, very surprised and stunned. Every time a public figure gets violently attacked, I think we should all be worried because people in politics are constantly in the public space and they're extremely vulnerable to elements that can be hostile to them. I believe that this is a extremely tragic development as far as Mumbai is concerned, because I live in the city and many people do, and we have always prided in the fact that Mumbai is a city which is very tolerant, peace-loving, has law and order, and a certain character to it that doesn't condone this kind of activity that used to happen decades ago during the time of gangster violence. To see or to hear about this attack, first we need to know who's behind it, what's the motive, what has caused it. But irrespective of that, the truth remains that Baba Siddiqui has been a very prominent face in Mumbai politics and in public life. And all one can hope is that he's okay and that his family, which must be pretty shattered at the news, can pray and hope that he recovers quickly, because I have no idea, and unless you have it, as to how serious his condition is. But from the look of it, it appears to be a very violent manifestation of something extremely deep. And I think as a city, we need to be worried if we're going to see such a collapse of law and order. And I hope the government of the day acts quickly in terms of investigating who's at the bottom of this insane attack, and more important, nabbing the culprits.
Absolutely, Mr. Jha. And when you talk about his community leadership, he is not just known to be a Muslim leader. He is also known to be a community leader and a very respected leader within Mumbai's communities. Just give us a sense of the kind of key roles that he has played in promoting interfaith harmony and resolving community disputes there, because there are a lot of things that he has done there right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's an extremely popular person, and I can tell you that I met him a couple of times in the usual political events, and he's always been extremely gregarious, very forthcoming, extremely likable. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, his iftar parties are legendary, where people from all walks of life come and celebrate with him. And you're absolutely right, extremely bipartisan. There is no such thing about which religious community he belongs to. I think everyone is welcome. It's an eclectic, inclusive affair of celebration. So I'm just very disturbed because, every time you know somebody in particular, of course, you feel bad even if you don't know somebody well personally. But when you know somebody well and that person goes through such a harrowing experience of being shot at, it kind of leaves you very perturbed. And I do hope that the government of Maharashtra, with Mr. Fadnavis, etc., swing into action, because we need to know who does this. Because, what is frightening is the kind of license that people have today to go and shoot at anybody and get away with that. I mean, that by itself ought to concern us all.
Mr. Jha, does this also raise a lot of question marks on the current law and order situation as far as especially a metro city like Mumbai is concerned?
Well, you've been hearing so many cases of late, right, of hit-and-run cases, attacks on people. We have seen all kinds of tensions rise. And I just feel that, as somebody who's lived here for over 30 years, I mean, one of the reasons why I love Mumbai, no matter which part of the world I'm in, I love to get back home, is because this city has got its own heat. And, it's a safe city. It's a city where women go out and come back late in the night and don't normally have to worry about their safety and security. And it's one place where you find that people come from all parts of India. It's a global village, actually, if you think about it. The number of foreigners who live here, people from all over the country. We kind of pride in its eclectic diversity. Therefore, when you see such an incident, it obviously will get everyone thinking as to where are we headed. And I think the warning signs have been there. Maharashtra is not what it used to be. Mumbai is not what it used to be. There are reasons for concern, but I will remain eternally optimistic that the people of this city are wonderful. They're beautiful people. And I think, I hope Baba Siddiqui recovers, and I do hope we are able to kind of learn from this horrific violence act, condemn it strongly, and make sure that nobody else has to go through this kind of experience.
Thank you very much for speaking with the NDTV. So breaking news coming at this point, Mr. Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader, he has been shot at in Mumbai. There were multiple rounds fired at Mr. Siddiqui, and he was rushed to the Leelavati hospital just half an hour, 40 minutes ago. His situation is said to be critical at this moment. In the meanwhile, the Mumbai police, they have detained 2 individuals in the connection with this particular incident, and further investigation is underway. Just to give a sense of who Mr. Baba Siddiqui is, Baba Siddiqui is a former Maharashtra minister, and he in fact joined Congress when he was a teenager, and he later quit the party where he was associated with for 48 years, and then joined the Ajit Pawar's Nationalist Congress party. Mr. Siddiqui's son Zishan, he is a Congress MLA from Bandra East in Mumbai, and the firing, this particular firing, remember it has come just months after shots were fired outside the actor Salman Khan's house. The politician, remember, he is also known for his grand iftar parties, which is attended by top Bollywood stars as well. So Baba Siddiqui, he has been shot at. Multiple rounds were fired at Baba Siddiqui, and he is currently at Leelavati Hospital. His situation is said to be critical. Time to slip into a very short break. More news on the other side.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced to leave their homes, not knowing what lies ahead for their future in Lebanon.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries, shaping the world's future. NDTV World Summit, October 21st and 22nd on the NDTV network.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them manly men. All I want is a touch of love.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
In a world of shifting
Siddiqui's office in Bandra East, two suspects, they have been currently been detained by the police to investigate the motive behind this attack. But the news that we are getting in at this point is that Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader, he has been shot dead. He has succumbed to his injuries. Baba Siddiqui was taken to the Leelavati hospital in Mumbai. And these are the shots that you can see on your screens, shots from outside the Leelavati hospital. where Mr. Siddiqui was taken when he was shot at. This incident, remember, it occurred near the office of his son, Zishan Siddiqui, in Bandra East. Baba Siddiqui, remember, he suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was swiftly taken to Lilavati Hospital for medical care. My colleague Radhika joins us to get us more on this. Radhika, really unfortunate news. Baba Siddiqui he has passed away. What is the police saying at the moment? And from what we understand, they have taken two people in. They have detained two individuals in this connection so far.
That's right. We are getting details that Baba Siddiqui has, in fact, passed away in a hospital in Mumbai. In fact, he was admitted in Lilavati Hospital just a while ago. After he was shot at, there were at least about 3 to 4 gunshot wounds. He was shot at by unknown assailants, is the initial information that we got. But at this point, we're getting to know tragic news, of course, that Baba Siddiqui has in fact succumbed to his injuries, although he was taken immediately, was rushed to Lilavati Hospital. As far as investigations are concerned, of course, an FIR has been registered. Investigations are underway. We're also getting to know that a few people have been detained. But who these people are, how were they associated with the Siddiqui family, what kind of rivalry they perhaps had with Baba Siddiqui, these are details that we're still waiting for, but investigations are underway. We are yet to get an official police statement. We're getting all these information on the basis of police sources who are telling us that investigations are underway. Of course, huge police presence, as you can see in those visuals, not just at the spot of the incident, but also outside the hospital. But unfortunate news coming in from Lilavati Hospital that Baba Siddiqui has in fact succumbed to his injuries. He was in fact shot at near his son's office, son Zishan Siddiqui's office. Also getting to know that another person may also have been injured in this incident. Again, these are all initial details that's trickling in. We'll have to wait for some more confirmation from police as well as hospital sources. There are reports that a few people have been, 2 suspects have been detained, is the latest information that we have by way of police sources. Two suspects detained is what the police sources are telling us. So yes, that's initial information. So FIR registered 2 suspects detained. Baba Siddiqui unfortunately succumbing to his injuries. Of course, as far as Baba Siddiqui was concerned, he was a very powerful political figure in Mumbai, especially in Bandra constituency. Of course, Bandra constituency is a constituency where a number of political figures, number of celebrities and a number of sports stars live. And Baba Siddiqui had a lot of contacts and connections with, a lot of prominent people in Mumbai as well as in Bandra. His Eid parties were very popular, where the who's who of Mumbai used to come. He is, of course, a 3-time MLA, was a 3-time MLA from Bandra constituency. In fact, he was with the Congress, but it was just recently, in fact, 2024, that he moved to the Ajit Pawar NCP. He had certain issues within the Congress party, although he joined the Congress party, when he was quite young. He became an MLA in the 1990s. He was a corporator in the 1990s and then an MLA in 1990s as well as in early 2000 as well. So 3-time MLA from Bandra West constituency. A very powerful figure as far as, the Congress party at the time, and of course now the NDTV party is concerned.
All right, Radhika, stay with us because we're currently joined by Farah Sultan Ahmad, the film producer and Baba Siddiqui's friend there. Farah ji, a really unfortunate incident here.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate to hear about the sad demise, and he was not a MLA, not a corporator, since that time we used to know him. And he was such a gem of the person, he used to help the people, he was a very good, it's very sad. If it's no more means it's very sad what we are hearing, So.
Right. Faraji, have you been able to contact the family? Have you heard from his family members? Have you been able to get in touch with them?
I just contact her niece and all that right now, because even his son must be busy with those things, so we don't want to disturb all these things.
Right.
So definitely we are going to go and.
Okay. All right. All right, Faraji, thank you very much for speaking with NDTV. I still have Radhika Ramaswamy on the phone line. Radhika, this firing incident, it has come just months after shots were fired after actor Salman Khan's residence. This raises a lot of questions on the law and order situation there. All right, Radhika is still there with us. Radhika, this entire incident, this firing incident, it has taken place just a couple of months after, shots were fired outside the actor Salman Khan's residence. All right, we'll try and get Radhika back on the line. From the breaking news at this point of time is Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader. He is succumbed to his injuries. He was shot at. Multiple rounds were fired at Baba Siddiqui outside his son's residence, Zishan Siddiqui's residence. Baba Siddiqui, remember, he was a three-time MLA, and he was the MLA for 3 consecutive terms in 1999, 2004 as well as 2009, and had also served as a Minister of State for Food and Civil Supplies, Labour and FTA on 8th of February 2024. He had resigned from the membership of INC, the Indian National Congress, and he had then joined the Nationalist Congress Party, which is led by Ajit Pawar on the 12th of February 2024. And Radhika Ramaswamy is back with us on the phone line. Radhika. And Radhika, just give us a sense of how does it speak about the law and order situation in Mumbai at the moment? Because just a couple of months ago, the shots were fired outside Salman Khan's residence, that too in a very posh locality there, and something similar has happened this time around.
Absolutely, this puts a lot of question mark on law and order situation as far as Mumbai is concerned, and all this happening just ahead of assembly polls. Now, unfortunate incident, very tragic. Senior NCP leader Baba Siddiqui passed away after being shot at multiple times by unidentified persons. Of course, now what the police are saying is that 2 people have been detained. Perhaps there could be a couple more who are absconding at this point, but 2 people have been detained is the confirmation that we are getting by way of police sources. Who these people are, what connections they have with the Siddiqui family, all that is a matter of investigation. We are still awaiting some details from the police. But right now, heavy security, not just outside the office where the incident happened, Baba Siddiqui's son Zishan's office where the incident occurred, but also outside the hospital where he succumbed to his injury. In fact, the incident occurring near the office of Zishan Siddiqui, which is in Bandra East. Baba Siddiqui suffering multiple gunshot wounds. However, he was taken to Leelavati Hospital immediately, but he couldn't be saved. His condition was critical when he was admitted. He sustained injuries in chest and abdomen. That's the information that we got by way of police sources as well as from hospital authorities. We believe 3 to 4 assailants were involved in the attack. Now, of course, investigations are underway to understand the motive behind this particular attack. 2 people have currently been detained. Investigations are going on.
All right. So these are live visuals that are coming on your screens. Devendra Fadnavis, he has reached the Leelavati Hospital. Devendra Fadnavis, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he is currently at the Leelavati Hospital. Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader, he has been shot dead. He had 3 rounds were fired at the NCP leader. Multiple shots were fired at him. He was quickly taken to the Leelavati Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. 2 people, they have been taken into custody as of now, and multiple reactions have been coming in, including that of Milind Deora, who said that he's shocked to hear about the passing of Baba Siddiqui. He says that he's on his way to meet the family. He said that my deepest condolences to his son, Zishan, and the family of Baba Siddiqui and the supporters during this difficult time. So Baba Siddiqui, the NCP leader, he has passed away. Baba Siddiqui was a 3-time MLA for 3 consecutive terms in 1999, 2004 as well as 2009, and he had also served as a minister in Maharashtra. Remember, he had been associated with the Congress party for 48 years before leaving the Congress party and then joining the Nationalist Congress party led by Ajit Pawar on 12th of February 2024. In fact, reactions have been coming in. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra, listen to what the Chief Minister of Maharashtra has to say.
बाबा सिद्दीकी याच्यावर गोळीबार झाला, अतिशय दुर्दैवी घटना आहे आणि त्या संदर्भात मी डॉक्टरांशी अगोदर बोललो होतो आणि पोलीस आयुक्तांशी बोललो. त्यामध्ये 2 आरोपी अरेस्ट आहेत, एक यूपीचा आहे, एक हरियाणाचा आहे आणि एक आरोपी फरार आहे. झालेली घटना अतिशय दुर्दैवी आहे. मी पोलिसांना निर्देश दिलेले आहेत की मुंबईमध्ये कुठल्याही परिस्थितीत कायदा सुव्यवस्था कोणी हातात घेता कामा नये.
Investigations are underway.
याच्यावर कडक कारवाई झाली पाहिजे. कठोर कारवाई करण्याच्या
Strictest action will be taken against the perpetrators.
पोलिसांची कायदा सुव्यवस्था राखण्यामध्ये मुंबई पोलिसांचं नाव आहे आणि त्यामुळे
all the instructions have been given to ensure law and order situation is taken care of in the city of Mumbai.
बाबा सिद्दीकी यांच्यावर जो हल्ला केलेला आहे या हल्ल्यासंदर्भात तात्काळ यांच्यावर कठोर कारवाई होईल आणि कठोर कारवाई करण्याचे निर्देश मी दिले.
We will ensure strictest action will be taken.
Right, Radhika, the Chief Minister, he also mentioned about the 2 perpetrators. He in fact said that one of the perpetrators is from Haryana and the other one is from Uttar Pradesh. Is it what he said?
That's it. 2 people have been arrested. These are people belonging to Haryana and UP. 1 person is absconding, is what he has said so far. The police have also confirmed that 2 people had been detained. But what the motive of the crime is, that is a matter of investigation. So we'll have to wait for some more time to understand what exactly led to this shooting. Very, very shocking incident taking place in Bandra East area. It happened just a while ago. Baba Siddiqui, a very powerful political figure, as far as Mumbai is concerned, was shot at, and now, of course, he succumbed to injuries. His mortal remains kept at Lilavati Hospital. Multiple visitors now. He had connections with not just the political fraternity in Mumbai, as I said, but also with, Bollywood personalities as well, which is why we could see a number of, Bollywood people also at Lilavati Hospital expected. We believe that Salman Khan could also be visiting Lilavati Hospital anytime now, or perhaps in, and other, prominent people from the film industry and from the political circle as well. Eknath Shinde there, in fact, giving his condolences along with several other leaders in Maharashtra, particularly in Mumbai. Now, as far as Baba Siddiqui is concerned, as you mentioned already, he's a 2-time BMP corporator, but he was also a 3-time MLA. He won the Bandra West Assembly constituency in the 90s and then again retained the seat in 2004 and 2008. He lost to BJP's Ashish Shalar in 2014, did not run in 2019. Of course, his son Zishan Siddiqui has been active in politics. Baba Siddiqui also held the position of Minister of State for Food and Civil Supplies as well. That was in 2004. And earlier this year, of course, due to differences with Congress party, where he was a part of for more than 40 years, he joined the Ajit Pawar NCP. So very, very unfortunate, tragic news coming from the city of Mumbai, where one of the powerful political figures, Baba Siddiqui, being shot at by a few assailants, and he suffered by multiple bullet wounds and unfortunately succumbing to injuries.
Radhika, you also mentioned about his association with the top Bollywood stars, including that of Salman Khan as well as Shah Rukh Khan. From what we understand as of now, Salman Khan, he has cancelled his shoot today after hearing the death of Mr. Baba Siddiqui, and he has also rushed to the Leelavati hospital. Just give us a sense of his association with and his camaraderie that he enjoyed with the people from the Bollywood as well.
That's right. You know, simply the fact that Baba Siddiqui belonged to Bandra West constituency. As I said, Bandra West is a constituency where most of the 90% of the who's who of Bollywood lives in Bandra. So therefore, as a result of him being part of this constituency and being an MLA from this constituency twice, he had held close associations with multiple Bollywood personalities, and his Eid parties, iftar parties are very popular in Mumbai, where again who's who of Bollywood participate. So he had close association with, especially with the Khans who live in Bandra. So yes, you know, as far as Baba Siddiqui was concerned, his association with Bollywood as well as sports fraternity is quite popular. He's held iftar parties, these parties for people of Bollywood as well as for prominent people in the city of Mumbai. So therefore, that is something that's well known, which is why we're seeing a lot of people from within Bollywood, expressing their shock over this incident. Salman Khan rushing to the spot. You could expect Shah Rukh Khan also at a hospital perhaps today or tomorrow. He's also very close to Sunil Dutt. In fact, multiple celebrities had held this constituency in the past as well. Bandra West constituency is something that was held by, many other Bollywood personalities as well. In fact, Dutt family, Priya Dutt had also held MLA position in Bandra West constituency in the past, and she also belongs to a Bollywood family, and they are also close to Baba Siddiqui. So yes, Baba Siddiqui's association with Bollywood goes way back, and not just with Bollywood, but also with people, powerful people from across fraternities. So therefore, it becomes very shocking, and also the motive becomes very important to understand what exactly led to it. Who are these people, and what if they had any associations with any gang members? All that is a matter of investigation.
Right. In fact, I'm currently joined by Clyde Crust of the NCP. Sir, really unfortunate incident. Your first thoughts on this tragic incident that has happened?
It's very shocking. It's shocking to know about Mr. Baba Siddiqui being shot dead, in Bandra, among people. All I can think of is that the law and order situation in Maharashtra has completely failed. This BJP-led Maha-UP government has not been able to take law and order situation under control. Because you see across, some time ago, Mr. Abhishek Gosalkar from the Shiv Sena was shot. Then, people from the Bharatiya Janata Party, leader from their group, whipped a revolver and, tried to shoot in the police station. Whether it's the Koita gang around in Pune, everywhere you see, there is a law and order situation. So I think the Home Department in Maharashtra, led by Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, has completely failed. Mr. Devendra Fadnavis should actually introspect and ask himself whether he is capable of handling this Home Department in Maharashtra. I think he should resign, though it's a short time now because elections are around the corner. Anyway, he will be out of his position. But the fact is, there's a lot of answering that needs to be done by these people. Because how can people just in the busy street in Bandra just whip out revolver and shoot a leader? Imagine if a leader like Baba Siddiqui can be shot, at any time. The common man has to start worrying now whether, the law and order can be taken care of in Maharashtra.
Yes, Mr. Crust, just a couple of months ago, something similar happened outside Salman Khan's residence. Does this also raise a question on the law and order situation there, according to you?
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Across the state, you see, there are these elements, miscreants, elements, criminals, gangsters, whatever you call them. They are free to do what they want because there's no fear of the law anymore. You see the Porsche case in Pune, when those two young kids were, hit and they died, there were leaders from political parties actually making calls for their safety. Blood samples were changed, they were given pizzas. In Bombay, when that lady was hit by the car, there was a leader from the Shinde government who was connected. Calls were made there too. So the thing is that all these people who do deeds like this or acts like these know that they'll go scot-free. Therefore, they're doing so. And Mr.